X11 Firatos the Questions. The faculty members 11 out of 32. Firatos, the guiding force of heat and fire. Pace yourself in order to digest life. Quote, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." Lao Tzu. End of quote. After having read and listened to all the questions and answered them, you might come to the conclusion that there is still a lot to learn. And you can learn from these guiding forces by studying them. Go to the playlist of the Magical and/or Sacred Council, the Encyclopedia or Museum of Symbols. Do you know that heat and fire are very necessary things in your life? But when not kept under close observation, become very destructive? Do you realize that the sun provides you with its heat that life is possible on the planet? Do you know that too much sun on your skin can cause tremendous damage? Do you stay aware of the fact that you are able to use heat and fire to prepare your food, but through which you also diminish many nutrients? Do you know that through the energy of heat, you are able to move and adventure life? Do you realize when you push and force that you burn yourself out? When you do fitness activities, are you as well integrating and activating the interval impulses? Action followed by rest? Do you realize when you eat too much or too heavy and difficult to digest foods that you steal the energy from your own body? Do you stay aware of the fact that when you eat too much or too heavy and difficult foods to digest, that the body straight away is asking for sugar in whatever form it comes? Do you stay aware of the fact that when you eat too much and too heavy and difficult to digest foods, that you can assist the process with digestive aids? Do you know that many processed foods are heated with very high temperatures and that your natural mechanism of your body stops registering these foods and of course not knowing what to do with them? Do you stay aware of the fact that when you think, talk, eat and do too much, that your body is unable to digest it all? Do you realize that when you have a hard time to digest situations and people, that it is fear which comes to the surface and is expressed through anger? Do you stay aware that stress is a result of too much, too fast, and too complicated? Do you realize that most of the foods you consume are fire-related energy foods and on top of it a stressful and fast-paced life? Are you staying aware that the digestive process starts by you chewing your foods well and that there is a 3 times 8 cycle, 3 times 8 hour cycle, digestion, assimilation and elimination? Do you stay aware that most man-made processed foods either go too slow or too fast through your system and causing many diseases? Do you know that when you have expectations that there will be frustrations and disappointments? Do you know how to forgive yourself and others and realizing that you are like robots acting and reacting on your conditionings? Do you know that when you want to go too fast forward, that the back of your body will have to hold you back? Do you realize that when you prolong the day with artificial sunlight, that you will lack of sleep and will have to bear the consequences? Do you take enough breaks throughout the day and avoiding that things will break down? Are you aware that all man-made machines and devices and all the lights in your home produce heat and that they affect the health of your well-being? Do you know that you have a natural impulse to explore and adventure, but that you replace them with man-made goals, habits, and routines? Are you aware about an internal flame of life, something that gives you life in order to explore life for an allotted time? Is your adventure just about mortal, short-lived worldly things, or are you seeking something eternal? Do you realize that to achieve anything, you need to put in the time and effort? So, what are you going to do with all that time and effort during your life?